Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Beijing Rowdy Podcast with Jeff He. That'll be me, guys. The sad, lonely man sitting at his home at 3 a.m. bringing you this assortment of crap that's happening in this ancient capital city. And talking about this capital, I've been reliably informed by the guys at the American Embassy, who was accused by a certain party to be instilling fear into the hearts of the people, that Beijing is the most polluted capital in the world. Ooh. But yeah, that's probably ancient news to you gas mask wearing freaks out there. So tonight's topic, in this first ever groundbreaking podcast of BRP, that's short for Beijing Rowdy Podcast, is how the hell did Beijing get so polluted? Why do we have to breathe down lead and farts from Chinese food every day of our miserable existence? Well, I've got an answer for you guys. But first, a public service announcement. Although Spring Festival is already ancient history for you guys, watch out for the fireworks, because people are disposing them like crazy. Don't let one get blown up in your face, man. Use your common sense. Avoid firework hotspots if possible. Better yet, stay at home all day and listen to BRP. If you do get second-degree burns, go to the hospital. Don't use baijiu, that's Chinese alcohol to you non-believers, to sterilize your wound, because the only thing it'll do to you is revert your dinner consumption, which is not so pretty. Trust me, guys, I'm an expert. Hey guys, this is Jeff He, spreading the love through Beijing's heavy metal clouds of pollution. Tonight's topic, why did Beijing get so polluted? Well, we all blame the usual culprits. Too many cars, not enough regulations to industries, fireworks, burbs of drunken guys that suddenly turn wudao. But yesterday, my friend, who just arrived in China from dear old Uncle Sam's bosoms, said that Beijing's unusual level of pollution is actually caused by farts from Chinese food. You see, for our American friend here, in the great USA, the quality of Chinese food is so bad that leads to unusually big excrements and a large volume of bodily gas. As a proper Chinese who drinks poison milk and eats lamb skewers soaked in black oil, I laugh at his hypothesis. But in all seriousness, guys, the air is bad. So when you do go out, wear a gas mask. Pretend that now is post-apocalyptia, that there was a nuclear war a couple of years back, and we're just emerging from our underground bunkers. And believe it or not, this mindset could actually cheer you up from seasonal affective disorder caused by the blanketing of the sun. So how is the Beijing government dealing with this fiasco? Well, besides issuing a few fancily colored alarms, not much. I mean, yeah, they're limiting the number of cars that a regular citizen can purchase. But you cannot stop the market economy, man. If there's a demand, then there will be a supply. And that measure is simply not enough to stop people from buying cars. So what can the city government do? First off, they can start by regulating the heavy industries around Beijing. I'm talking about steel mills, coal power plants, refineries, all those crap. Move those chimneys to somewhere else. Limit their emission level. I'm sure that the Beijing government has the power, the money, and the resources to do it. For you old Beijingers out there, you guys must remember what it was like during the Olympics, right? Clear sky, a few puffy clouds, and the only problem we had was too many tourists and jaywalkers. And why? Regulations, man. And now I have faith in the Beijing government to do what they did during the Olympics. Whether they had the will to do so is an entirely different problem. But I say, it doesn't matter if economic growth slows down a little bit. Beijing is going to grow anyway, and in return, we have clean, breathable air. Seems like a fair trade to me. If we keep this pollution thing going, half of the population will have lung cancer in the next 50 years. Think about the public health crisis you have to deal with in the future. Use common sense, man. And talking about this perverted relationship between economic growth and pollution, if you go onto the Chinese internet, some people will say, hey man, Pollution is unavoidable if you want economic growth. Look at London back in the 19th century, man. Look at New York 80 years ago. And regarding this, I, Jeff He, just want to say, where is your love, man? Where is your civic love? Where is your civic duty? What happened in New York and London was ancient history. People didn't know squat about pollution, let alone things like online porn, addictive games on iPhone, and condoms. How can you compare the growth pattern of the West to China when they are clearly separated by a long gap of time and development? Growth can be achieved with sustainable technologies. What Beijing did was choosing the same idiotic path that the Western countries choose. It's like those people on YouTube's fail video. People never learn from the past, and now it's time we should. So show us some love, man. Stop making the same idiotic arguments. If we just show a little more love to the environment around us, we'll all be living in a better place, without heavy metal poisoning, lung cancer, and Mondays. And finally, Jeff He just wants to give you guys some tips on pollution. Tip number 1, don't use those masks you bought from the local pharmacy or the flea market because they don't do anything but support your weird fashion statement. Use those proper N95. Remember guys, that's N95 masks. Because they were designed to stop those little guys in the air from entering your lung. Now you could buy them on Taobao, the Chinese eBay, or ask your Chinese friend where to get one. Tip number 2. For all you people who speak Chinese and follow Chinese media, do not trust their pollution ratings. Here's an easy conversion chart between Chinese pollution rating and actual pollution rating. All clear means gas masks. Outdoor activities not encouraged means stay indoors. And all personnel should remain indoor means Chernobyl. So in that case, unless you want an extra arm growing out from your belly, which is pretty awesome if you think about it, stay indoors. Hide your women and kids. Hide that secret stash of cash and cigarettes that you have been saving from your wife. That's it, guys. Thank you for listening to BRP, wherever you are. And be happy. Spread the love, even if you're feeling miserable. And in that case, please tell me, because I thrive on other people's misery. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you want me to talk about, send an email to brppodcast@gmail.com. Once again, guys, that's brppodcast@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for listening. Jeff He out.